Hey guys, Steve here with the first video of our new trade school video series. And in this video I just wanted to go over the basics of reading a stock chart, and just really what I look at as far as the couple indicators that I do have, and really just how this chart is set up, just for beginners, just a refresher, whatever it works out to be. Just felt that this was a good place to start. So on my screen you'll see two charts. Up on the top, up in this area, is the weekly chart. So each one of these green and red boxes is called a candlestick, and each one represents 5 trading days, so essentially 1 week. On the bottom you'll see a daily chart, and again each candlestick, the red and green boxes, represents 1 day of trading action. Along the bottom of both charts you'll see a time horizon, time axis. So again, on the daily chart, this is a 9-month daily chart that you could see over here right above where it says squeeze alert, and the weekly chart is a 3-year weekly chart. So this represents 3 years of trading activity, and the one on the bottom represents 9 months of trading activity. So what we do here at the Turtle Follower is we utilize both charts to really get a sense of a good entry position, and where we can actually go ahead and enter a trade, and where we would exit a trade. The weekly chart is used to determine the longer term trend. So on the top you could see obviously that the stock is going from the bottom left to the top right of the chart, so meaning it's in an uptrend, and meaning that we want to get long a stock. Long means that we make money if the stock price goes up. So with that said, we identified the longer term trend is a higher on the weekly chart, and then we look at the daily chart on the bottom to really identify a good entry position to take in the trade. So basically each one of these boxes, as I said, is called a candlestick. And I did do a video at one point that will go over candlesticks. I will do another video in this series that will also go over them in a little bit further detail. But really, the things I want you to take away from this video, this entry, is just the difference between the two charts, the time axis on the bottom of the chart, and then the other axis, the vertical axis, is price. So as obviously the stock goes higher, the price increases. So and as it goes lower, the price on the time axis would actually decrease. Common sense, but it's something that somebody may not know. And then the only other thing I want you to look at on here is this bluish green line that runs right through here. This is called a 50-day moving average, meaning that it is the average price of the stock over the last 50 days. So if you were to take, at this point today on 8/1, or actually 8/2, 8/1 being the last trading day, take the last 50 days, so wherever that winds up being, maybe it's this area here, then that price is the average closing price of the last 50 days. So I know that may be a little bit difficult to understand, but basically what we use the 50-day moving average for is, again, to identify trend. And you'll see in certain instances that it supports price, meaning that price comes down and bounces off of this 50-day moving average. So that's really it for today's video. Again, this was just a brief introduction to how to read a stock chart, what we look at the Turtle Follower, and how we use the two different time frames, the weekly and the daily chart, to begin to evaluate our trade. We're going to do this series every week, so next week we're going to expand on this concept, and we'll basically identify what trend lines are, consolidation areas, and then maybe we'll even do, before that, we'll just go over what the candlestick, each candlestick bar represents, and what are the aspects of the candlestick. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you haven't already, please follow me on Twitter and StockTwits. Also on Google Plus, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you like these videos, we do offer a nightly newsletter that you can sign up for in case you're not in with the social media networks. We would definitely be interested in emailing you the videos if you were interested in getting them. All right, guys, so I hope, again, this helped, and we'll see you next week for another trade school update.